I'm ready.
All right, let's get it started in 3, 2, 1, go. Welcome back, everyone. This is, of course, the Team Liquid StarCraft 2 Open, sponsored by the Little App Factory. I'm Orb, casting with me as Chill, and we're going to be jumping into Game 5 now between these players in this best of 5. The last game of the night in the last series, of course, between Guineapig here in the bottom right position, representing most valuable player as our red Protoss, against his opponent in the top right, Alive, as our blue Terran, representing Team SCV-Life. As we mentioned before, we got some awesome Korean representation this week.
Absolutely, and we're back here in game number 5, back to Haven's Lagoon. And just taking a look at the layout, when I look at this map through TVP eyes as opposed to PvP eyes, it looks really different for me. The rush distance looks very small. If I'm in Guineapig shoes, I'm going to be worried about any sort of 2-base aggression. Even 1-1-1 here from Alive looks very, very strong.
Yeah, it looks like specifically he is a little bit scared about that, as he does scout immediately after the pylon again. So he wants to make 100% sure, even though it's a 2-player map. I mean, that's what's shocking to me. Right. I would understand that if it were 4-player, but even on a 2-player map, he wants to make 100% sure he gets into his opponent's base. There's no chance of him getting walled off, and he'll actually be able to put on just a little bit of pressure with this probe as well to force an SCV off the mineral line to follow the probe around. Otherwise, it would kill an SCV, on the barracks. And look at this. Of course, he's going to use the shields. Since he gets the probe there so early, this is going to force Alive to continuously swap out SCVs. And it's just something that's really annoying to deal with, and it just kind of delays your mining, puts you ever so slightly behind.
Yeah, and when you see that probe going back up with full shields, meanwhile your SCV is going down and down, more and more life, just really frustrating thing to deal with. Guineapig went for a very economic opening here, going up to 14 probes before dropping that gateway, using 2 chronos on those initial probes, continuing to harass with this probe, being very, very annoying, as we mentioned, in the main base of Alive. Alive dropping that refinery on time. His build hasn't been too affected here, as that barracks is going to complete and he begins to mine gas from that refinery. Once the Marines get out, it's going to drive away that probe, and looks like Guineapig is going to preemptively run that away. He wants to keep tabs on the scouting SCV. No, he's dancing back and forth. Anyway, going to get driven out of there so he doesn't lose it to the Marine, and this is when the game gets interesting.
Yeah, he's got to be really careful. Like, often you want to actually leave that probe in there to see exactly what we just saw from Alive. You want to see, is he going to make that second Marine, or is he going to add on to that barracks? And so he doesn't know right now. He has to completely blindly assume, okay, either it's 1-1-1 or it's something like a 2 racks. Granted, in theory, it could be something like 3 racks or 1 racks Marauder expand, but we never really see that anymore nowadays. So he's going to be expecting one of these 2 builds, and instead it's going to be 2 racks. And what we're probably going to see from Guineapig is that he's going to go ahead and try to rush out another Robo here, and just in case it actually ends up being 1-1-1. What is this build actually? He went for a really quick second gateways. He's just trying to rush out 3 stalkers as quickly as possible here. That timing just seems a little bit strange. Did he get that? He didn't get the gateway before the core, did he?
No, he didn't. He went gateway, core, gateway, but no units on the field for Guineapig, and that's really what allows it. I feel like he's going to chrono out these first 2 stalkers and just go tap on the wall of Alive, just be really annoying with these stalkers. Really similar to kind of like a Dragoon rush in PvT and Brood War. Actually, there was a little cute move here by Alive as well. We saw the probe from Guineapig do a loop-de-loop, went to the Zalnaga Watchtower, and then tried to get back into the main base, and it snuck past the Marine, but just as it was going into the main base, the SCV blocked the door with that 3rd supply depot. So Guineapig would have been able to get in there and see exactly what Alive was up to, but not quite the result here that he was expecting.
Yeah, that's going to be really problematic. Now he's going to try to move up the ramp. All he's going to see are a bunch of Marines. His probe gets killed. The stalkers are forced to fall back. They don't see that Marauder. So Guineapig's still in the dark right now. Let's see what he's going to do. He still doesn't have a second gas. Looks like a stalker just main base, just going to try to take out that scouting SCV. It does take it out. He's still not making any more units. So it looks like for right now he's going to go take that Nexus and wait for Warp Gate to finish. And this could be pretty hard. Oh, second gas going down from him actually, but he does put down the Nexus at the same time. So probably will try to go ahead and rush up that Robo as well as that 3rd gateway, because he still has to worry about the possibility of 1-1-1. He still has no idea what type of build Alive is doing.
Yeah, I mean, the timing of this is very good on this Robo. He would be vulnerable without it to any sort of Banshee play, but this is a big problem. This is going to walk through the Zalnaga Watchtower vision as Alive crosses through the middle of the map on the low ground, but there's not a lot of units out here for Guineapig. Is he going to be able to hold this?
I don't know, man. This is scary.
I don't think so. That's a lot of stuff, Orb.
2-gate expand really can end up risky. I mean, if you just constantly pump units, you should be fine, but we didn't see that. GuineaPig cut units quite a few times there. He might be forced to cancel this Nexus. He only has 3 Stalkers total, those 2 Zealots. It looks like he's going to pull a lot of probes here. A bunker's already on the way from Alive, so will this be enough from GuineaPig? It's going to be close. He's just going to try to target fire the SCV on that bunker. 1 Stalker actually getting caught out here in the open, but it does reinforce with the rest of GuineaPig's army, and it looks like he's going to go for the engagement. No, might just pull back into the main and abandon that Nexus.
A lot of damage being done here by Alive, and that robotics is going to finish, but is the Nexus going to be canceled? That's what I'm looking at. Looks like GuineaPig doesn't want to give it up, continuing to be aggressive. Oh, cancels it. That is a huge victory for Alive. If I was him, I would turn around, but no, he's going to continue to be aggressive, and this Mace spell is doomed.
This is absolutely terrible for GuineaPig. Critically, again, the same mistake we saw in the previous game. No sentry warped in from him, so we could not segment this army on the ramp. The Immoral pops out. Will he target fire the Marauders? No, he's actually on Marines, and he gets target fired immediately by Alive. Great micro there by Alive, and he's taking a huge advantage if these Marauders can kill off these Stalkers. Oh, but 2 more Zealots pop out from GuineaPig. Will it be enough to defend? He's also lost a lot of probes here, so he's definitely in the disadvantage, but the army from Alive is starting to get just a little bit smaller. I don't know if it's fast enough, though, man. Look at that. Every Stalker but 1 goes down.
Yeah, this is such a terrible situation for GuineaPig. Look at this, Alive is expanding behind this, dropping a 3rd barracks. He doesn't want to tech up the medevacs. He just wants to finish this. Yet again, focusing down that pylon that, again, is powering everything, and the gateway is going down, the robotics going down. The production is, the lights are off for the production of GuineaPig, and what can he do? Well, I guess he can still make probes, but probes versus Marines is a bad matchup.
Not a good one at all. He's going to try to go ahead and attack in there. Needs to use maybe that mineral glitch, try to get them through them, get them behind them. But, he might be able to take out this army even if he was able to live. Unfortunately, it probably just wouldn't be enough right now. We're at 12 Harvesters to 29, Alive with a huge advantage, and his command center is already done, being morphed into an orbital. Meanwhile, of course, the probes trying to go in for this engagement. GuineaPig should be able to hold this off with this 1 Stalker and these probes, but yet again, it's like, it's too little, too late. He's lost way too many probes. He has pretty much no economy right now. He's not able to make units. He's frantically warping in Zealot and a Sentry right now. He's 360 gas, so finally we have that Sentry, and then there's the great force field. Actually, no, he doesn't continue engaging with his probes, so the units are actually able to kite and try to pick off that Stalker. Will they get it? No, it doesn't look like they will. Nice save there by GuineaPig, but yet again, it's just a small move in a game that it's like a little splash in an ocean, man.
Yeah, I mean, while all that was going on, when you saw all the probes fighting, there was only 2 probes back on the main line for GuineaPig. Meanwhile, Alive's economy continues to soar as he continues to produce SCVs in his main base, dropping that orbital at the natural and running around. He's continuing to reinforce while building a ton of units back in his main base, and these few reinforcements may actually end the game, and looks like he's actually going to play it safe. He's now got Stim, actually, so that's going to make them even more dangerous. Concussive is complete on those Marauders as well, so if GuineaPig engages, he's going to have to engage fully or else he's going to be caught, and continuing to try to mine gas so he can pump out those sentries, but look at these reinforcements coming down the map for Alive.
Yeah, the one thing I'm surprised about Alive's plays, I'm really shocked he didn't make like an early eBay or something. I mean, if I had seen no sentries on the ramp there when I know my Protoss opponent has double gas, I'd be like, oh god, you proxy DT tech for sure. But of course that's not the case, so it's not like it's going to lose him the game. And now he's taken out every single sentry. 1 more gets warped in from GuineaPig. He's desperately going to try to get in range to force field the ramp. Will Concussive stop him? Oh, the units get up anyways with Stim. The Artosis pylon goes down yet again, and there's the GG. We have a 3-2 victory for Alive here in the TL Open. Well, the custom map edition. Very well played. I gotta say, Chill, I think Alive was just the more adaptive player. We saw GuineaPig there kind of like not learning from his mistakes. We saw him running into Artosis pylons. Was like 3 out of the 5 games, I think. 2 out of the 5 games we saw him not have a sentry to be able to force field the ramp despite having like 400 gas banked. Whereas, Alive was really adapting to his opponent, so I really got to hand it to Alive for playing very, very well.
As well as problems with the overall strategy. If we look back to all the games that GuineaPig lost, he didn't get to the mid game. If we look at all the games he won, he got into the mid game strongly. So knowing that, I'm not sure why he kept trying to press these, take these risks. The games where he played just obscenely safe to focus on getting to the mid game were the games he won handedly. So I think if he had it back and he played safe, we would have saw a different series. But Alive played very, very well, not to take anything away from him. And he's going to go home with $1,000 courtesy of the Little App Factory for taking down this event. Big shout out to him and GuineaPig for taking part in this tournament. And big shout out to all the map makers who provided the maps for this event. I think we saw a wide range of different maps that favor different play styles. And I'm interested to see what happens, like where these map makers take these maps next. So I always love anything that we can do to support the map making community. I feel like they have one of the hardest jobs in StarCraft, so big shout out to all you guys, and please keep doing what you're doing. Please keep trying to get these maps out there and onto the ladder so that I don't have to play maps like Metalopolis anymore.
True that. I completely agree with you, man. I would love to see some of these maps on ladder. That would just make me want to play ladder all day, every day. Which I just don't want to do nowadays. As you said, maps like Metalopolis on there, some craziness, Abyssal Caverns, etc. Not to be like bashing individual maps or something, but I really got to hand it to a lot of these map makers, man. We had a lot of map makers submit a ton of maps to the contest, and I believe with only 7 chosen, there's just a ton of maps out there that didn't get chosen as well. So obviously, if you didn't get your map chosen, guys, don't be discouraged. As Chill said, keep trying to get them out there. We need more map makers in the scene, and we need more maps in big tournaments. So keep just trying to push those. Contact some tournament organizers. Be like, yo, check out this map. It's been played by pros. Here's what they say about it. Use it in your tournament because it's awesome. Because that's what we want to see, and it's good to be seeing that happening more and more lately.
Absolutely. And before we shut down the stream, I want to give a big thank you to I believe it's Hotbit and Rich are running the stream today, and to yourself, Orb. You've been coming up quite quickly in the caster world, so for people who want to get out there and see more of you on a daily or hourly basis, drop it like it's hot and let people know how they can find you.
Well, you can find me on Twitter. I am ORBTL, so if you just find me at ORBTL, I'll keep you up to date on all the events I'm casting. The other thing is that, I have been casting NASL lately, so make sure you check that out. And the other big tournament that I cast all the time, as you mentioned at the beginning of the cast, is the Korean Weekly. Definitely check that out, guys. If you like seeing these, these top-level, A-team Koreans playing in this tournament, you will love the Korean Weekly. It's actually set up very, very similarly. We have just tons and tons of A and B-team Koreans, and also it's almost all custom and GSL maps. So a lot of the maps that you actually saw played here today are played in that tournament. Check it out. You can follow them on Twitter at Korean Weekly as well. Chill, big thanks to you as well. It was a blast casting with you as always. And what plugs would you like to throw out there?
I have no plugs. If you ever want to get a hold of me, you can send me a PM on teamliquid.net. My user ID there is just chill. Feel free. I mean, I respond to every PM I get, so don't feel like there's no reason you can't PM me. And I want to say it takes a lot of people to come together to make a tournament like this. So big thank you to everyone who's involved in putting the TL Open together. Let's see if it gets brought back in the future. Always fun to cast this event. And big thank you to all the viewers who are on the stream. It's your support that allows companies like the Little App Factory to continue supporting esports. So thanks a lot, guys, and we'll see you next time.